Hey, what's up grinders? I am Zard and this week in Gems of War we have a Green Tower of Doom event. Green ToD is pretty easy ToD event for mid-level or high-level players. There are plenty of very good green teams to use to climb up those floors and collect all those green scrolls for your doomed weapons. So today we're going to have a very special beginner content. Some proper noob ToD action. Let's get on to it. Here is my second account Uncle has in my guild, Children of Bahamut. And well, let's start from the basics. So this ToD event, your idea is to do these rooms here in the floors and collect unlock scroll to be able to do this boss fight over here. Every boss fight your guild gets those dooms defeated, and this new upgraded or updated ToD system enables you to get a double score from the killed dooms if you use the event weapon. So first step would be to actually acquire that event weapon. Here is a doomed loop, which happens to give 2 magic to all allies and +1 magic per tempering level. Well, beginners probably won't have those scrolls to upgrade these weapons, so we aren't going to get much magic, but this gives magic +2 armor to green allies, and if the enemy has a doom, the weapon or your hero gain 10 attack. It's pretty important to use this weapon for these boss fights. However, keep in mind that you can still scout or do these rooms to get that unlock scroll with any weapon. As long as you use the event weapon in your boss battles, you are going to get the double score for your guild. And these rewards, you will get these rewards by the amount of killed dooms, and we have got some already here, and you will need to climb somewhere around floor 27, floor 28 or so if you collect all luck scrolls and use the event weapon in your boss battles. Right, well, let's take a look at the beginner teams, shall we? So here I have done some what I can. I mean, my hero is just a level 366, and honestly I really don't have very good troops right now, but let's see if we can make this work. So let's try this first dragon build over here. I am using just a second, I have to check the scouting info. Right, we go over here. Unlock should be over here. So here's the thing, let's talk about the scouting first quickly. So your guild members can scout these rooms and inform your other guild members where to unlock or the other good boons are. So one of our guild members has already scouted these rooms in this floor, and I happen to know, because they told us, that the unlock is going to be in this room. The doomed map will be same for everyone in your guild, totally same. So if somebody does the scouting and informs the guild members, you are going to save some sigils and you can do only the rooms that have the good stuff in. Right, let's go and try this first team here. So the theme here is to use Pathfinder, Huntmaster, Arboreus to get going and then create rich gems boosted by dragon allies. You might notice, if you have watched other YouTuber content, that these Pathfinders happen to loop pretty well as long as they aren't frozen and as long as the team is full of the troops they are designed for, in this case dragons. I'm using the doomed loop here up top because I think that's the most how do you say it, well, the worst troop in this team. I have a double Huntmaster Arboreus here, and then I'm having Christian Axe at the bottom to be able to summon another dragon if I happen to lose my hero over here or some other troops. Christian Axe also deals some AoE damage and removes some gems of your chosen. Right, pretty much a dragon build, and I'm using a Dragon Guard class here, which isn't leveled much, but I would absolutely love that Firestorm over here, but well, we try to work what we have right now. So let's go and try this team in practice, shall we? Our aim is to get our Huntmaster Arboreus going, so we want to get those red gems as fast as possible. But we have to take those greens, and you also want to take the skulls so that the enemy won't be able to skull poke you down. We loop with the red gems and get rid of the enemies. These are very easy stages right now, and most of you are going to be able to do this with any team whatsoever. But this is going to get a little bit harder when we advance further. We have the unlock scroll, so we can advance to the boss room. And make sure we have the event weapon over here. Yes, we have. So let's go and try how we fare against this Doom of Nature. Take extra turns, of course, if there are some, and the explosion from the both tiers did a treat to us, so we can just go and start to loop with our Huntmaster Arboreus. There, works pretty well as long as you aren't frozen. The freeze is a big problem, but I have a team for that too, for the later stages. Let's move on with another team. Here, I know the unlock scroll is over here, so we can try this Ignite build over here. Now, I quite like this build actually a lot more than the Dragon build. The reason for this is that, well, Sir Elwyn here loops with blue gems and also has a summon, a Crystal Egg. However, Crystal Egg isn't a knight, but it is still better than having non-troop over here up top. When we loop with the blue gems also feel Sir Snothelm, who is a knight, and then you can whip and entangle an enemy, and on top of that you get an extra turn. Think about that. You can entangle and whip the top enemy for some protection, or you can whip the dangerous enemies who are ready to cast. Also in the bottom I'm using a Knight Captain, who is, surprise surprise, a knight. And this troop barriers an ally and gives armor to them. If the ally is a knight, it gives double the effect. This is also a protection troop over here. We have entangle, whip, and we can also barrier our most important troop, Alwyn, over here. Pretty good combination of knights over here, and of course I am using knight class, which isn't, oh dear, leveled at all. I suppose I could use some of my precious souls to get some HP to my hero up top. And let's try how this team fares here in the floor 2. So first target, get those blue gems, or maybe the starting explosion that's straight to us again. Nope. Check for some extra turns, can't see any quickly. If I take this, they are going to get a brown extra turn, so maybe I just wait a little bit and take those yellow gems so that the raven won't fly away. Oh, something from the sky. I think I'm doing this. Now we could barrier our Alwyn if it looks like that, but let's take that. And enchant gets our Alwyn up. So let's start to deal some damage and hopefully lose. Now we could use Snothelm to entangle and whip. Well, we killed him, but for later stages this Snot Helm is very good troop to use. The extra turn is super duper awesome and helps us to survive. Right, this floor doesn't have anything good stuff, so we can go straight to the boss. When we make sure that we have the event weapon there for the double Doom score, and let's try how we fare against this Doom of Flame. Any dangerous troops? Not really. Extra turns. I think we take this, so we can take blue over there, although we don't have to, so we can start the bashing process. And I like to kill the Doom right away, because they have an ability to death mark you, and that's really annoying and can cost you some sigils in the long run. We drift off the enemies by looping with the blue gems, and there. This kind of build looks pretty well, has some protection, summons, and well, in the later stages these are going to take a lot of time, these fights, but hell, that's how it goes. Third team actually. Secret build. So, same idea here, and let's take a look. We have unlock over here. Again, against Wargare and company. Secret is very good troop. The best part is with King Avalorn, if your Avalorn is traded to max, he gives all elf allies a 50% start. So basically, with the starting explosion, your Secret usually is full of mana. We are using Orb Weaver class because Orb Weaver is elf, and it has Root Trap, very useful, and Dusk's Aura, a Dark Storm at the start of the battle. Stealthy would be fine if our weapon would be actually something useful, but we are just using this weapon just to get the double score from the Dooms. And again, you could use any weapon here, like Essence of Evil, but let's use this team just because I happen to, if I change this weapon, I happen to forget to use this Doomed Loop for the boss fight, so I just tried this here in the early stages. Oh, and by the way, if you hear some distant screams in the background, I don't have any torture room over here. I just happen to live very close to the school playground, and the kids are playing football, and sometimes they scream quite loudly. Right, get the extra turns, and our Secret is full. We can start doing damage over there, and we just bravely loop, and get rid of the enemies. Good to get rid of the purple enemies first, so they don't get mana if I happen to miss the cost. And just do your best to keep the loop going. And of course it is pretty useful to kill all the other enemies except the entangled troop, because it offers some protection. Now, also one thing about Avalorn, if you happen to lose troops, Avalorn summons a Forest of Thorns troop, and there is a chance that troop is also an elf, so you are going to keep doing maximum amount of those purple gems. And anyway, Forest of Thorns troops are pretty good even if they aren't elves. Here, let's fight a Doom of Light. Make sure we have Doom Loop over here, yes, and we're good to go. Check some extra turns. There was a brown extra turn. Take that. This troop over here is impervious, immune to all status effects, so the Root Trap won't do anything over there. Let's see, we have 8 purple gems, so we are going to create 15 plus. That should be enough, so let's go over here. Yep, we got an extra turn and plenty of purples to get this going. You want to take the skulls and then get rid of the Doom over there. Loop, loop, loop. And that 23 damage is pretty pathetic, but hey, if you have time, you are going to get wins too. Right. A secret team over there. Then on floor 4 we have haste room over here. So we are going to take that. Here is a Wargare ToD Greenwood team, but unfortunately I don't have ToD Greenwood here. The strategy would be pretty much the same. Loop with the green gems, and there is a persistence. Persistence here up top. This is very good Guardian. Also a Wargare, and it has a 25% chance to devour a random enemy. So when you are looping with the ToD and things are going, or you, for example, miss your turn, give the turn to the AI, you can try to devour with persistence. In the later levels, if you are going to get a devour with persistence, he will offer some proper protection for your ToD Greenwood here. Whooping champion, you either choose to deal magic plus 3 damage to an enemy, or you can eliminate all armor from an enemy. That's pretty nice. You can eliminate all armor and then start doing damage with your ToD Greenwood straight to their life. Here is Savage Hunter, because again I don't have ToD Greenwood here. So we aren't going to use this team over here, but we are going to move on to a little bit different team here. I think it was this over here, yes. Let's copy that. I wonder if the copy paste actually works. It doesn't. Oh well, we are going to build it then. Queen Bee, Beetrix, String Fiddler, of course I'll forget his name, Fundingus, yes, and the weapon is the Doom Loop up top. I think that's what I like. And Elementalist class. Right. Okay. Again, we are using the event weapon over here, and we are using Elementalist class. That third trait, Elemental Force, if you have this unlocked and you shoot, this third trait stuns, freezes, burns, and entangles a random enemy when matching 4 or more gems. There's also a snap freeze, insulated, rock solid, and we have Storm Aura equipped right now. But here's the thing, we aren't going to, well, this team actually looks pretty well if you have this Dust Storm going, but my String Fiddler here has all the traits unlocked, so String Fiddler summons a Leaf Storm at the start of the battle. This helps tremendously with Beetrix loops. I happened to be lucky and managed to pull String Fiddler and Fundingus from the chests, and also I happened to be lucky and I managed to pull Queen Beetrix from the Deep Hive Chaos Shards. Deep Hive is a underworld faction, and underworld is locked around, I think it was level 70, if I'm not mistaken. I don't pay too much attention to that, but yes, over here you can use your Chaos Shards to open these portals, and well, in my opinion, this is the first place you are going to use your portals. Beetrix is very good troop. Super duper awesome. Now, if I happen to have the Empress troop, which I don't, it would be pretty beneficial to swap Fundingus to the Empress, use Empress over here and slot Beetrix at the bottom, and we could buff the magic of Beetrix and help us get these rooms done a little bit faster, which is of course safety too. But I think this team has enough of the protection because of this third trait, and String Fiddler can also silence enemies in the later stages when they are doing massive damage to your troops. He also gets an extra turn and explodes some gems too. Let's try this team how this fares against these purple troops. Let's say that. Right. First priority, get blue gems. Oh dear. Try to loot. Okay, that didn't go really well. We are again taking, of course, that to get some entangle and freeze going. Be you better, look better. Well, there. Plenty of greens. Little bit shaky, but that's how it goes. Let me check. The unlock room is room number 5 over here. Webbed gourd. So you could swap Fundingus to Sir's Nothelm to be able to entangle the top troop. But I quite like Fundingus over here because he explodes purple gems and then summons either a giant toadstool or explodes too, and also gains an extra turn. You can spam the board with this loop with Beetrix, and you have ability to summon a meat shield over here to protect your Beetrix. Let's see. Blue gems, beautiful. More blue gems. Nope. Well, then we take those and those. And if you get your looped up, don't cast it because it won't do much for you, to be honest. It just mana blocks Beetrix, so we take that. We take the extra turns to be able to freeze and entangle the enemies. Now, if some of the enemies would be a really nasty one, we could silence them. However, these troops are immune to silence. So we're just going to... Well, actually, I think I'm going to silence that. Bloody guy over there. And just loop with the Beetrix. The Leaf Storm is super duper useful when you are trying to loop with Beetrix. Boss room is unlocked. And why Beetrix is so great, by the way. She deals double magic true scatter damage, and there are chances to get extra turn or half mana back, or you can get extra turns, of course, if you hit those 4 or 5 gem matches. The best part probably is that third trait, Real Honey, cleanse all allies when matching 4 or more gems. So in the later stages, if the dooms get that dead mark inflicted, you can cleanse yourself with extra turns. As long as Beetrix isn't stunned, of course. Let's try this purple doom over here. A doom of darkness. Spooky. We want to take... this? And this. I would really like to have some blue gems, but let's try it. I think we have to... Well, they have only 10 attack at this point, so no biggie. You are going to summon and you are going to deal damage, so we are going to get rid of the summon. Hopefully we get Beetrix up with the little explosion String Fiddler does. Yep. And the Leaf Storm is still going, so we can keep going, or we could actually silence more of the enemies, but let's try if we can loop. Yes, we can. Beautiful. Take the skulls. Now the Fundingus is up as well. We can summon replacement if we lose troops, but there it works pretty wondrous in these stages. I'm probably going to use this exact team for the later levels or the secret team. But to be honest, this Knight team is very good too, I think. Even though it doesn't have Elementalist, it still has Web and Entangle and barrier, if you prefer that. Yeah, I quite like all of them. Right, so use the scouting info, do the unlocks, haste rooms, you can do fireball, and you should do heroism rooms too, and most importantly collect the luck scrolls too. Those are very valuable to get these rewards unlocked over here. I think this video is done. Have a great week, my friend. Let me know in the comments if you like this team or if they helped you in any way. As is off. Peace out.